Hello friends and welcome to a behind the scenes adventure. It is, what is it, wrong hand. It is the 30th of January 2019 and I'm about to hop on a plane to record a documentary that kind of came together in the past 3 weeks, even though it's been something that we've wanted to do for maybe 2 years or so. So we're flying to Seattle to talk to System Era about Astroneer, which is a game that has been available on Early Access for years now, I want to say, at least a year and a half. And I kind of got to know it via these very interesting animations that they were posting, GIFs they were posting on Twitter, basically. But a friend of mine, Samantha Kalman, who, if you're part of the Giant Bomb community or League of Heels or any of that sort of stuff, she joined the studio, I want to say maybe a year and a half ago, and I believe we met up at PAX up in Seattle, and she started telling me about the story of this game and how popular it was and how it had basically made the studio creators sort of overnight millionaires, and then one of them very suddenly passed away, and that this game has been made under severe sort of emotional distress and pressure, but that it's managed to in the sort of its early access period has gone through a bunch of different cycles of being reimagined mechanically and stuff, and has been a very positive story in the sort of I guess the shadow of some pretty terrible tragedies. So it's been a story that I was interested in. Obviously there's a personal angle to it, but I'm also fascinated in that it's one of these games that millions of people play, but the games press largely, we kind of didn't talk about it too much. And I'm sort of interested why, considering its success is kind of, some of it at least, it's in part down to the sort of YouTube social economy. So I think it's a really interesting story. And when we had we had a bigger project in terms of scope and filming days planned for January, which got pushed back a couple of months. And this was I kind of put the call out. They actually responded over Twitter. I didn't even see it, unfortunately. But fortunately, I had actually responded to Joe, who's kind of head of their PR stuff or studio comms or whatever, to be because we were going to get them on the podcast. And I was like, okay, forget the podcast. Could we just come to Seattle in this 3-day window and film it now? So that's what we're doing. I'm heading out next week for a trip. I was for a personal trip. We were supposed to film in Europe last week, so I ended up just being in Ireland for 8 days. So this is a 4-day week that I have that I need to film something so that when I'm on the trip next week, I can edit on the road. So we're doing that. Jeremy's flying from Oakland to Seattle soon, I think. He's arriving before me. I'm flying from BWI at 5 o'clock. I'll arrive there 8 o'clock. We're filming all day Thursday. We're filming all day Friday, hopping on a plane and coming back. And one of the things that everyone said to me in the recent feedback stuff was we weren't doing enough behind the scenes stuff, which I totally agree. So here we are, behind the scenes on Astroneer. Seattle if it wasn't raining.
It's a local custom, man.
Yeah.
Get us up into the rain and drink coffee.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Daddy! How are you doing this fine Seattle morning?
Oh, a little wet and a little caffeinated and mostly just wet.
This is the most Seattle thing ever, just realized. Coffee as well.
Put on some Nirvana and call it a day.
Yeah. Nirvana the band.
Nirvana the band, the actual band.
What do we got to do today?
I'm gonna film some interviews. I'm gonna not film outside.
Nope.
I want my camera to survive.
Yep.
Do some stand-ups.
Thanks, Pond 5.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
insert B-roll here.
Yeah, hopefully it'll stop raining later and we'll get something, but
yeah,
not right now.
Oh boy, Lennon. John Lennon, best Beatle. John Lennon, rest in peace.
There he is. He was a Beatle, but he killed millions, and we won't forgive him for that.
You're right. His tunes fucking kill.
Obla Dee, Obla Die.
Life doesn't go on. Shit.
Those are both pretty good.
Shit. Patron-only content. Shit.
Pretty proud of both of those jokes.
Hey Jeremy, what are we doing?
Oh, just setting up an interview for Astroneer.
Yeah.
Making it look hot.
We've had our tour of the office, and this is one of a number of rooms that we have. This is we're spoiled for choice here.
Yeah, our cup runneth over.
Yeah, it's beautiful. We have this little window of light helping us light the interview, which is very nice of them to set up.
Yeah, we got the softbox of the sky,
Yeah.
the softbox of a giant frosted window, and our own lights.
And also a blue chair.
Yeah.
Which we filmed on a lot of boring chairs over the years, so this is a real treat for us.
There's Terrability too.
And Terrability, yeah, of course.
Over a foot tall.
I feel like it's the one it's the one Bethesda franchise we've yet to do a documentary on.
Yeah. For now.
For now, exactly. Yeah, that's not. We've no plans to do that.
That was a red herring.
Yeah, it was a little bit. We're doing 3 interviews today. Joe, who's their sort of communications person. Samantha Kalman, friend of Noclip, will be the first time we've interviewed her. She's kind of like the whole. She was the person who could have put me onto this in the first place. And then Brendan, who's one of the I guess 3rd or 4th people who joined the team a number of years ago. And also all the folks here are very happy because they just got an email from Microsoft saying they passed cert. I think they submitted it a few days ago and they had a couple of tweaks to do. So they could have gotten the news today that there's a bunch of stuff still broken, but they didn't. They got good news. So they're all really happy, and apparently gonna set up some Thursday morning mimosas. So usually we have to try and spike people's drinks before we do interviews, but this time they're going to do it themselves, which is really wonderful. So wish us luck. Wish us luck, Jeremy.
Good luck, Jeremy.
Now to the best team on this planet.
Okay, cheers. Go team. Everyone.
Now back to fixing Touch 1.
Hey, Jeremy, you want to do an Airbnb tour?
An Airbnb tour?
You want to do an Airbnb tour?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's do an Airbnb tour.
Oh shit, it's already started!
Check it out. Look at this fucking crazy lady I got over my bed. This vampire. I never even noticed this until I just turned around. Look at this shit.
There's more of her.
Show me.
Aesthetically.
Look at.
This is our art wall.
This is where we keep all the art.
That we brought with us.
This is where we keep our actual nice view of Seattle. What's going on out here? Kinda.
There
Probably
was a
can't see
lovely
much of it.
sunset the other day.
Yeah,
over
can't
here.
see fucking much of it. It's a real slanty shanty, this outdoor situation. We're on a hill.
Is it too dark to see our tea set?
No, it's never too dark to see a tea set, Jeremy.
Stop down, stop
Look
up.
at that. Yeah, look at that. Let's get that fucking ISO real high.
Yeah, get it real
ISO.
rainy.
Look at this pleasant lady. It's fucking. Here's a Chinese tea set for you right there, everyone. Yeah, this is our door, which kind of works, but sometimes it doesn't lock properly, and that's okay when you have a $6,000 camera in there. Don't worry about it. Like two of them.
It's fine.
Uh,
It's not the latest model, so nobody wants
could you show off our electronic couch, please?
Oh yeah.
Show off the electronic couch. You
I
haven't,
haven't used it, so I don't know what the buttons do.
he's gonna fuck it up now. Watch.
Let's freestyle it. Does that do anything? It's making a noise.
Patience.
Oh.
Patience is a virtue.
Oh. It's like a hospital bed.
Look at that.
Oh,
It's like you know why it's like a hospital bed? Because it's fucking plastic as shit as well.
Because it's comfortable enough to die in.
Look at this. You're like almost hanging out of the window here.
It would go further, but I hit the wall.
You're right. Great. It's a nice spot. It's Jeremy's room. I'm not gonna go in there. Here's our secondary art wall. It's a little less, but more of a kind of a. I don't know. It's like Jackson Pollock meets broken glass.
Danny, I can't get back up.
Okay. While Jeremy's doing that, I'll show you off our wonderful kitchen here. It's a beautiful spot. We have Jeremy kindly went and picked up our kashi. And of course, can't go anywhere without your Harvest whole wheat crackers. He also got us some almond milk, and what else is in here?
Oh, this is the peach de resistance.
Oh my god, peach is 827. 17!
Yeah.
That's technically 2 years ago.
So I feel like canning is invalidated once you open it, right? These are like open canned peaches.
Is it opened?
Yeah,
Are you
'cause,
sure?
like, it doesn't have the ring on it. It's just the.
Oh, you're right. It's just
the lid.
The lid.
Are they in vinegar? Are they safe to
Brine?
eat? Are they salmonella ridden?
I don't know. Why are
What's
they
that?
here? Jalapeno peppers. from, here we go, let's just look at everything. Used by October 4th, 2019. We're good. We're
that's
still
safe.
safe on that.
What's this guy?
Yeah. Look at this Native American cream cheese or butter. Land Lakes.
That's normal. Land O'Lakes that's normal.
Lando
This-
Lakes?
Land O'Lakes.
Lando Lakes.
This is not normal.
Alaskan kelp pickles. All right.
It's not a real thing.
What's Blue Bonnet? Is that a real thing?
I think so. That sounds less familiar than
Blue
Land
Bonnet.
O'Lakes.
Butter. Why is there so many different lubricants for bread here? This is very...
It's for bread.
It's very strange. Very modern bathroom, I'll say. In this one. This is a pretty good Airbnb. It's good. Sometimes you go to Airbnb, you're not really hot on the shower. But this has got the spice rack. You can't do it at the spice rack. The honest thing about Airbnbs is that we spend hardly any time in them, like at all, like substantive. It's basically where to sleep and where to back up footage at the end of the day, which
all you need.
we're doing right now. We went out for drinks earlier and had with the Astroneer people. And Sam from GameSpot was there, which was fun. We'd never met her before, so we exchanged GameSpot war stories. Oh fuck, I forgot to mention the plant. There's the plant. Gotta have a plant. But in here is... God, it looks like medicinal green when I come here. This is what it looks like. Working out of a bag. Most of these jackets I brought just to, cover up electronic equipment so it won't break in transit. And then this is how it goes. Jeremy gives me two things. He gives me a memory card because he does redundancy, so he's a memory card here. There you go. It's your standard SanDisk situation. It writes to that, and it also writes to the solid state on the drive, the Atomos on top of his camera at a much higher bit rate. So we back up both. One goes on his hard drive here. It says Jeremy on it. Guess which one? Who owns that one? And then I have my own hard drive. Although tomorrow we're flying out like almost immediately. Once we're done shooting, I think we're finished shooting at like 5 o'clock or something. And then when are you flying out? 9:30?
9:30.
9:30.
Half 9, half before, or half after 9?
It's half after.
Okay.
9:30 in Ireland is like 9:30.
Half 9 then, maybe.
9:45. I'm going to 10:45 or 11:15, as we say in my common parlance. But I'm going to like Cincinnati or something because it's the only red eye I could get out of Seattle. And it's been good. Yeah, today's interviews were good. We did 3 of them. They were an interesting mix of lots of design talk and some pretty gritty emotional stuff. And tomorrow's kind of going to be more of the same. That's kind of the makeup of this one. So until then, me and Jeremy are just going to keep watching episodes of Nirvana, the band, the show, which he has given to my life. I'd never heard of it before, and now I can't stop watching it.
It's so good.
I can't figure out that it's that way I should go. When it's do it again. Do that again.
It's still so good. That's the scariest
Isn't it?
angle. Oh my god.
Look how wide this lens
Oh
is.
my god. Disproving your theory that wide lenses make you look thinner and more beautiful.
Yeah. See you tomorrow, motherfuckers. What are you filming?
I'm filming some atmospheric B-roll. Rainy Seattle bird.
Yeah, there's some. Do you know the term pathetic fallacy?
No.
It is when I believe it is when weather is reflective of the mood of the fiction.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, today is a shining example.
Yes.
Or not so shining.
No, the opposite. Yeah, we've got a kind of a difficult aspect of this story to tell that using we're having to be a bit more creative about it. So this is it.
And with that computer chair a little bit.
Computer chair? Oh my god.
Please don't fall over. There we go.
It's getting really good soft focus shots of your underwear.
Good. That's what the patrons are paying for.
Exactly.
Give them their money's worth.
We're just glorified like cam people.
Oh no.
I was gonna say cam girls, but there must be cam boys, right?
Cam folk.
Cam folk. Exactly. Cammers.
Cammers.
Nice socks.
Thanks, man. These are my super giant socks.
Look at that.
Pyre socks.
Fucking sellout.
I'm bought and sold by big socks.
Greg Kasavin slipping socks in your fucking back pocket.
The real secret's out, man.
And then we'll do push in for the other one. So on the eve of the game's official 1.0 launch, we thought it was appropriate time to visit the team and let them tell you how it all went down, how a group of dear friends worked together to create their dream game, and the strangers that helped them finish it. So on the eve of the game's 1.0 launch, we thought it an appropriate time to come and talk to the staff here about how it all went down, how a group of dear friends worked together to create their dream game, and the strangers that helped them complete it, and the group of strangers and the strangers that helped them finish it. Is it good?
Yep.
I can keep going? Cool,
Yep.
Awesome. Or do you want to come in? What do you think?
I pushed in. I zoomed. It's a pretty nice shot.
Works better?
I
Yeah.
can show it to you if you like. It's pretty tight. I like it.
So tight!
So tight.
Smell that Colombian green.
Yeah. Right.
You recording?
Yeah.
Welcome to Tea Time with Samantha Collin. That's good. I don't have the words for it, the verbiage. You have a smell, Jeremy. Jeremy's smelling the bag.
It's earthy. Notes of mint and hay, or straw, whatever one sounds more tasty.
And a little bit of plastic
Oh yeah,
bag.
I can see that.
Yeah. And then
What's
here's
this?
this is a black oolong. This is a Chinese oolong. I think that's. I think that's fermented.
My goodness.
What's that one?
Some of that. I have a bit of that.
And both of the so this one's more this one's more caffeinated, I think.
Okay.
And you boil the water, and you know it's so this is closer to coffee.
Yes,
This
that's
is closer to like a morning
herbal tea.
wake up type thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a preference?
Yeah, this I think.
Okay,
The Colombian
let's do
green I think
Yeah.
is more my mood at
That
the moment.
sounds great.
What's the THC percentage on that one?
Yeah, right.
It's 0.09% CBD. Okay. It's actually.
This is gonna. Can we just talk about this for a
Sure,
second?
absolutely.
What's going
so
on
this
here?
is the tea tray. So the cups are just bathing right now. They have some hot water in
Oh,
there.
you're just pouring it out.
Just like pour it into the tea tray, and then these are for both of you.
They're bathing.
Yeah, they're
Is that
bathing.
to just warm them up?
It's just to, it just feels good, right?
Yeah.
It feels nice. We're also gonna warm up the other instruments. I don't know if they're called instruments. Of course, I'm a musician, so I call it that. Then we'll just do a little bit.
Everything's an instrument. Is
So
like a
the-
hammer an instrument to you?
Basically,
Like a
I should
toothbrush?
be turning this so you can see the decoration.
Oh, look at that.
So
Yeah.
then, basically, the whole process is,
Silver
you know, you warm this up, and the process of tea. If there were tea in here, then we would say, okay, the tea is steeped, and now we're going to filter it through here into
Okay.
the serving cup. So now our chawan is our gaiwan. Chawan is the Japanese term. Our gaiwan is warmed up, and now our serving is warmed up. Our serving, I forget what this is called. I'm still new to all this, and then the tea goes into there.
I was gonna say
And we
jug,
can-
but that's probably not.
Flow.
Whoa, wait a second,
Oh, yeah.
You're like that robot at the start of Ghost in the Shell. You're
Right,
like overpouring
right,
the tea.
And that's what you do. But now everything's just warmed up and ready to receive tea. I'm making a huge mess. This is like part of the best part.
The table, yeah, I didn't realize that the tea.
I should have laid a towel down to. This is a small tea table, so there's a lot of overflow that happens because I'm a messy pourer.
This is great. Irish people drink a lot of tea, but we're so like perfunctory about it that it's just a bag, and you just put it, you chuck it in, because you have like 15 cups of tea a day in Ireland. It's all you do is drink tea all day, and you just squeeze it, milk, sugar, knock it back.
You can feel how warm that is. Just touch the outside of that. Right down here.
Oh, down here. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then
What,
smell
is
that.
there's no water in there.
Smell that.
Oh my goodness.
Just
Yeah.
opens up. Yeah.
But you didn't add water.
I did. Well, I mean,
Or
you
just a
saw
little bit?
you saw me pour the water in when I did the whole process.
Yeah, but I was earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just like a little bit of moisture. And then it doesn't steep very long, just a few seconds.
Oh right. Wow, this is really quick. Yeah. If this was back home, you'd be like squeezing that bag.
Yeah.
But
And you can do like, you can steep it for longer and then get it more flavorful.
And can you reuse these?
Oh yeah, this is gonna
That's
steep.
like,
This is
okay.
we could sit here and drink tea for an hour with this.
So it's
setup.
empty. Oh, right.
Yeah. And then
This is a lot more gracious.
Cheers.
Yeah, and we say the traditional cheers.
traditional cheers.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
This is way more flavorful than I was expecting.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
Jeremy.
like fancy water. Yeah, Jeremy's is here.
Oh, Jeremy's is right there.
I can shoot you.
Oh, that's all right. It's gonna be a first-person perspective.
Okay, there we
yeah.
go.
The viewer can put themselves in my place.
This is just reminding me of being, I mean, I know it's Chinese, but it's reminding me of being in Japan.
Mm.
When you got those little
Yeah.
teas right before your meal. And I'm always like, oh my god, this is like delicious, and it's like this is a way better free thing than like, no offense Mexican restaurants, but like just getting like chips and pico. I'm like, this is way more like a dance for the senses.
Yeah,
I feel
there you
like,
go. I like that term.
Why did you get interested in it?
So I guess the real talk story is I dated someone who their roommate had a tea ceremony sort of like this every morning, and it was part of like their they were friends and they had like a little morning wake up ritual, and so when I stayed with them, I was just introduced to Chinese tea, and their setup was a little bit different. It was like a small teapot, but still the same basic premise. You have just a smaller amount of tea, and you steep it over and over again in a
you
very
have the
small
table.
pot. You have the table.
Yeah.
I think her table was bigger, the tea server, so she had like twice as big, and she had the kettle, and she would just like be constantly like giving the utensils baths and things
Right.
like that. This is nice.
This all happened because you came to our Airbnb and we had one.
Yes,
Which we didn't use.
It was
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah,
I've
massive.
only ever seen those like in like tea shops
Oh,
before.
right.
Yeah. And there's a couple of places here in Seattle. I don't know how long you're staying, but
Like 6 more hours.
Okay. So there's probably not time, but when you come back for PAX, book an extra day,
Right.
and then we'll go to the International District and go to the tea shop where I got these, and then they will make you tea with their full setup, and you can try like lots of different kinds. They have so many different kinds of tea, and it's just really lovely.
It is lovely, and we appreciate you being here for tea time with Samantha Kalman. We'll be back in a couple of months' time for our second episode in the International District of Seattle.
Sounds good.
Into a warm car. It's pretty cold. I just got back from a long overnight commute through Cincinnati Airport, which has dinosaur bones, or what do you call them? Superflora? Superfauna? Superflora is an Astroneer. That's a trip over and done with. It was a quick one, but it really left a lasting impression. The sort of the human element of the story, which probably doesn't come across in this behind the scenes thing, and you'll see it when the doc comes out, is some pretty serious stuff, and we had a lot of people being very emotional on camera, and it made for some tougher than usual interviews, and the edit's going to be an interesting challenge for sure. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. I can't think of how we could have maybe done it any better, really, if we got some more little bits and bobs around the studio. Maybe on the last day we were kind of crunching for time and spent most of it just trying to transfer the footage, so we didn't have to do that online, because transferring footage it's a challenge we have with the Hades stuff already. Trying to get it from the West Coast to me in Maryland, so happy at how it went. I'm going to decompress. I have to edit the podcast tomorrow, but I'm just going to go home, play with my baby, and hang out with my wife, and try not to think about all the things we talked about during the documentary, and try not to freeze to death. It's not that cold. It's like pretty cold. It's like -11 or something Fahrenheit. So I guess that's pretty cold.